This is, of course, your neighborhood news squirrel here, Salvi the Blue Squirrel, who isn't really blue, but that's not here or there. We're going to be talking about some news today, and of course, these are all going to be my opinions. And if you like my opinions and you like what you see, comment down below, like, subscribe, all that fancy stuff that YouTube does. And if you want to watch me on Twitch, I'm the_mad_Salvi on Twitch there as well. Thank you. Before I read this, I do need to let you guys know, Vice always tends to have a certain lean to it. What they have out there is leaning in a certain way. They have biases. They're very open about it. They're very open about their stance on a lot of things politically and otherwise. So do not be surprised if you have a lot of things here that you do not agree. This is a whole article on VAllure. The reason why they're doing the article on VAllure is because VAllure recently opened up their newest auditions. I think it's Gen 3 at this point. They're opening up their newest auditions for people to come and join. As we know, VAllure is the all-female group that is more lewd tubing. They do stuff on Patreon and other places, you know, that YouTube won't usually allow. So they do things like that. They are the adult VTuber, lewd tuber agency. They are saying that they have issues with trans people. Like, they themselves don't have issues with trans people, but trans people apparently, this person who's writing it is a trans woman. A trans femme, I believe. So they are speaking from their experience, my guess is. And of course, they're going to have their own experiences. I don't disrespect that part. But the issue is, if they had some issues and maybe some other people had some issues, it doesn't mean that they were anti-trans in any way. That's what I'm telling you. There's some people that are like a little bit skewed with the way they write things. So it says that some had misgivings about VAllure because they wrote it as female. I mean, they could have done female presenting, but female is, you know, female, and female presenting usually ends up that way. Clearly, like, trans VTubers confused why female instead of woman. It's just nitpicking. It's nitpicking, in my opinion. And then they supposedly had the quote-unquote lolly VTubers. This one, Imibisu, isn't lolly as in like what people say the western side of lolly. It is lolly in the eastern side of lolly of being petite. It's what we would call in the West a petite woman, because she does have secondary sexual characteristics, as it's called, of a woman who is a woman. Even if they are flat, they can still be a woman and be flat. This is this is wrong. They may appear that way because of your own biases, but I don't take it that way. If you look at anime, yes, there are some anime that does do overly things with children and people who appear to be children and people who actually are underage. That is a problem in the industry, but that is being fixed. But this is not what they wanted to go for, obviously. Look at prepubescent girls. Company calls these models lollipop. Although the agency's more popular star, Imi Bisu, pretty openly goes around calling herself a lolly. Everyone knows Imi and her fellow lollipop star, Icy Snowpaws, are leaning into lolicon viewership. So they have an issue with that. Okay, that is fine. You can have an issue with whatever you want. It seems kind of like I think this is very puritanical. It does seem kind of puritanical, unless I'm reading this stuff wrong. A lot of the things that they have here seem very puritanical in the way that they are putting things out there. They're putting, you know, things to kind of help themselves out, help their arguments out. But I do understand that some people are not going to like VAllure. I have raided into VAllure a couple times myself and my channel on my YouTube site. And they are good, interesting creators. Of course, no male VTuber like myself is ever going to collab with VAllure because that takes away from the, whether wanted or not, the parasocial side of things. They depend on the male audience. Big time male audience is dependent on it. And if you have a male on there, a lot of your male audience will leave. That's just the way it is. That's the that's how they pigeonhole themselves, but that is making them a lot of money. That is just my opinion. I have nothing against them. Love it. Slay, get that bag, do what you need to do. You are not going to get the kind of hate that, or like the kind of weirdness that's going on here. So basically the whole thing continues on, and, you know, supposedly being a ban on female, basically it's saying that they're trying to appeal to straight men, when, you know, even if they do female for female stuff, it is still going to have a large male counterpart to it, because males love that. A lot of males love that. Will always be female for female, and I can see it changing in 20 time. Straight up no to FF content. It cannot ensure success if it creates content for queer women. The thing is, being female for female, like I said, isn't necessarily going specifically for that. So I think that is what their mistake is. That's what the loss in translation is. I think they were saying they're not going to go specifically for one audience, or for queer women specifically, but they are just going to do content for the general audiences that like that kind of content. You can't pigeonhole yourself too far into it, because if you niche yourself down way too far, you lose the 90% of your audience. I'm not going to go any further on this. This has already been way too long to say it. But yeah, this person seems kind of puritanical, kind of seems to have an axe to grind a little bit. Some of the points they put out here, you know, do have merit, but it seems to come from the wrong place. Dokibird for April Fools recently did a Dokitty, basically a Dokibird kitten, or cat that they were. And of course, I'm a big kitty. It says the source is this one here, which is, of course, they themselves, which is OMR Majid, who does, I usually cover them for doing mint stuff, for doing the solid mint, which is, you know, like the Metal Gear Solid and mint in there. So now they did the Dokitty, which is very cute. They're referencing this, which is something, like I said, that happened yesterday in regards to the things that Dokibird was doing. April Fools, a lot of people did, new debuts, new everything. So let's take a look.
Every day or I die. And rule number 3. Wait, what was my rule number 3? I don't remember what I wrote on the paper. Oh, I need the softest beds. The softest and biggest beds. Or I die. My sickness is very serious. If you miss out on one day, I die. So will you adopt me, please? No.
Oh, God. There we go.
Will you adopt me, please?
She meowed. She just destroyed everybody with that meow. The meow heard around the world.
No.
Oh, God.
My owners abandoned me. And I need a new home to live.
Oh, God.
Please adopt me. No.
So she has her rules that she set. You know, you have to feed her, you have to take care of her, all that kind of stuff. Or she passes away. And one day of not doing it, and she passes away, as she said. So I love that Doki had lots of fun. Doki had the fun in the box. They did a lot of things in the box. Shiny!
Is that money?
So they did a lot of stuff here.
Oh my. Tired kitty.
Tired kitty.
Tired kitty.
But the laugh is still there. And then this is the part this is the part that this was referencing. This part here.
Yum 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 yum. I fucking love fish. Let me get fish a little. Bro, I just really love fish. What can I say?
So there you go. A little bit of Doki fun, a little bit of Doki in the news, just because of the fact that, yes, there was a April Fool's thing where she did a whole new re-debut, which was her as a cat, which made everyone's heart go 5 times bigger, and everyone go aw, of course. Glitchstars, the agency who picked up Sunny Explosion and Mogu Ghost. I focus on them. They also picked up, you know, many other people. But I focus on them because they were the most recent ones that left nijisanji, and that is a lot of what my news has been in the past. But today, not today, several days ago, March 21st, they had, and I missed it, but today we're going to talk about it. We have Maple, Mochi, and Arisa going through everything. March 30th is when they had everything there. You know, they have other things. This was done 2 days ago, actually. So 2 days ago is when they actually ended up debuting for the whole thing. Here is Maple Syrup, doing their whole debut stream here.
Like a self-insert fan fiction, and it's awesome. It reads like a self-insert fan fiction, and that's like the best part about it, because I had actually commissioned thumbnail art I'd commissioned thumbnail art for this for so long, and I've been sitting on it for so long. Do you guys want to see the thumbnail art that I commissioned? You know, my manager can hold me accountable if I don't do things.
That is actually very nice. That is actually very well done. So she has her own self-insert thing there. That is creative. And of course, I'm going to go over the other two that are part of it, which is also VTuber Mochi from Glitchstars. There we go.
I have a lot of dreams, and sometimes I know some dreams aren't possible. And I thought getting Navi as one of my, as my mama, I thought that was impossible. But thanks to the help of Glitchstars, I don't know how, but it happened. I'm so happy, and thank you so much, Navi, for taking my commission. It really means a lot to me because I've been a big fan for years. So I'm very happy, and thank you so much, Kowski, for working with me for 3 years. Can you guys believe it, Kowski? Kowski has known me for 3 years, guys, and I think it's very amazing. Thank
Her
you.
laugh.
You guys ready? Ta-da! There you go. Oh shit! I blocked the whole ass screen. Wait. Okay, here, I'm gonna insert myself into the world.
So a little bit there. There you go. And the final one is Arisa. Arisa Nunish. Arisa Nunish. Or Arisa. That is her. Oh, she has like a little thing there. Oh, nice. She has like a visual novel thing. Cute! Another rat! Another rat in there. Nice. Very cute.
Well.
She has the same kind of fangs as, the fangs that remind me of Bae. She may have had this a long time ago, again. But as I said, this is what reminds me of those things. The teeth remind me of Bae. And of course, you go for what's the bigger one. There are a lot of small VTubers, there are a lot of small rat VTubers and things like that. So I'm a Squirrel VTuber, and people, the bigger one that is way more well known than me is Arundarisu, of course, from Hololive. So of course, things can remind you of it. I really do like this whole visual novel type of thing in the beginning, and also doing this part of stuff here. A nice voice. That's like a soothing voice.
Because that is, I like Doctor Who. I like Doctor Who, and
She's another Australian rodent! Oh my god! And she's Australian rodent.
I'm a nerd, so I picked Impossible Astronaut Day. Okay, and then my height, I'm 100...
Or at least that area, because I think New Zealanders speak the same, kind of similar accent.
62 centimeters tall. So I am the youngest, but I'm not the shortest. I'm about 5'4" in American, if I calculate.
In freedom units! So of course, you can go, you can watch it all, you can take a look at everything. So basically, it'd be funny if it was, like a sister of a Hololive person, like it was Bae's sister or something like that. That'd be crazy. But no, we have another Australian rodent in the mix of VTubing. And of course, like I said, no relation to anyone as far as I know. No, I hate it when people try to say, oh, you just copied the Australian rodent, the more popular Australian rodent. No, it's just everyone is unique in their own way, and give them the breadth and the space that they need to grow, which hopefully they continue to grow. I really do hope so. So that is my little part about this, and I do hope that you can check it out, and of course, up to you or not. But yeah, Glitchstars is growing a lot, and Glitchstars is making some big moves. Hololive Advent has done a cover and a cover music video. I wo Torimodose is something from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, as far as I know. And they decided to do it. Let's take a look at a little bit of it. Of course, if it is something like from JoJo, and as it being even a cover song, sometimes I get heavily restricted on that. And, copyright trolls have been against me for a while now. Like, I have to freaking change videos up and stuff like that. So you might see you might hear crunchy audio in the video. You might not see the actual music video, because I might have to remove that for copyright grounds. Hopefully, nothing bad happens, but well, just letting you know. They even did them. They even animated them that way. Oh god, And of course, this is also their shameless plug of the new Pedo Pedo drink. the shameless plug that I was mentioning that they were going to be doing on April 1st. The shameless plug that you never expected Advent to do. You never expected them to sell out the way that they did. But of course, it was an April Fool's joke. But yeah, this is their whole thing here. So let's take a look. They're all very they're very well built. Even Bibu, the shorty of the whole thing, is training for everything. Training for everything. You can see them training there. And of course, I have it muted because of the freaking way things are with freaking YouTube. Like I said, YouTube is a little bit of a bee when it comes to this kind of stuff. And it can be a bit of an a-hole when it comes to any kind of copyrighted stuff. So of course, I'll pop in some music occasionally like this. Oh, and that's all the mascots. All their mascots are there. That's actually pretty cool. The Fuamoko mascots, the Shiori mascots, the Pebbles, the Jailbirds, all of them. The Ruffians, everybody. Novelites, everybody there. So it's cool to see that. It's cool that they did the whole thing here of, you know, all of them being a part of it. You know, them destroying them in their own specific ways. And Narissa, of course, being amazing. Fuamoko doing their own thing. They all had lots of fun. I'm very glad that I'm able to show you guys this because it's nice when they have fun like this. Today we have Shiranui Flare, who has recently, as in just this day of, at least over here in the US, it is still on the 2nd of April. In Japan, it may have already switched over to the 3rd of April. In general, 2nd of April, I believe, is her birthday. And that is when she decided to, you know, have some fun and have her live and things like that. So let's take a look. This is, of course, her birthday live that you are going to be watching first. And, of course, having fun watching. Let's get to the parts where she's actually doing some singing. Because that is what you guys are here for. The singing. That was like, that's a straight up idol entrance right there if I've ever seen that.
初めてですね、屋外。お城とか、なんかテーマパークみたいな感じで可愛く作っていただきました。
Gamers be winning today, yes they do.
そしてですね、なんと、今年の生誕では、ライブ後半には
Flare is a gamer. Flare is a gamer. Flare is a VTuber who's also, as you can see here, gamer, idol. Gamers winning, Flare is winning, everybody's winning. Ooh, and here they have, a nice showing of various members of Hololive here. Let's take a look. Watame, Poka, and Fubuki. They're all very talented singers. Very talented singers. And then we have, of course, Azuki as well. I do apologize. I do these medley things a lot when it comes to all these. I want to show you a little bit of everything they do. I try to show you a little bit of the, at least right now, I'm going to be skipping a lot of the stuff to when they actually have, you know, other members of Hololive coming in there. So here we go with Ina in this case. And now you have Iris joining them. So they're doing that, yes. The castle itself switches. I love that. I love it. I love what they're doing there. They have a lot. Iris joined her for 2 songs. Nice. Joined her for one with Ina and then just one with her. Very, very cute castle in the background. I love that. Undead is the song. And this is her with Fantasy, which is her generation, the 3rd generation of Hololive. Poppin' 2. So yep, they're all there, all having fun. There you go. She got a bust up apparently. Yeah, nice. Very, very, very cute. Very cute look. Of course. And also, you also have this look. All the new looks. I love when they do that for the that's why I want to show this to you. You see this here? They do that. They did that. They did that for Marine. They did that for Fubuki. They did that for everybody. They do something. They did them for Fuomoko. For her, it's like this horse carriage thing that also responds to her jumping. Like the things around her respond to her jumping as a stage would, as a float would. So they did a very good job there. And of course, there is Shiranui Flare merch, which is always going to be a thing that's always going to happen at the when you have birthdays like this. They tend to have, as big events like birthdays, tend to have merch attached to it. So this is one of those things. They have, of course, this here, merch there, and other merch here. As you can see, they have like either a parka. It's either a parka or a actual hoodie. Either way, it is simplistic in what it does. It's a simplistic one. That's very, very nice. So just giving you a look of other things that are available for her. I've already gone long enough, and this is because of the fact that it is a birthday for a Hololive member. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I do this because I want it to be a positive space. There's been way too much negativity around the VTuber space recently, and yes, I have covered it myself, but I do want it to be a positive space for VTubing, a place where we can lift each other up and not tear each other down. Today we're talking about Equina, or Equina, of V-Myth. She is an equine VTuber, which is basically, I think she is a half-horse, half-human hybrid, believe, which is, let's see down here. She is, yes, she is a mythical horse. So yes, mythical, it looks Pegasus in this case, actually. Looks like a mythical Pegasus, maybe. So there we go. Unicorn, Pegasus type of thing. I apologize if I mistake that. I really do apologize. But here we go. Let's take a look. This is, of course, their Twitch side, which is has, their featured clips and things like that. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit, but let's first see their about section. Awa awa. Lovely to meet you, Equina or Kina. I'm your maiden centaur who will make you want to sin instead of repent. So there we go. So there's centaur. I was wrong on every front. Not the first time it's happened to me. Not the last time it's going to happen to me. I am a lot of times wrong on every single point. And I do apologize for those things.
Why are you doing that? Stop that. Stop that.
Oh god, there you go.
You need your HP. What if I die? I have the most clumsy
Oh, there you go. She just called it. She called it. She freaking called it. So she definitely called it. I love those moments. Those moments are absolutely the best. Not because, you know, they're getting hurt, but, you know, because it adds some laughter to the whole thing. Thank you so much, Ikina, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.